Hello, everyone. My guest today is Shaheem Alam. He is building a company called FiveRings Marketing, really trying to help companies outsource and build their sales teams and sales appointments without having those folks full-time on staff. He started his first venture at the age of 20 and it learned incredible highs and crushing lows, eating PB&J for every meal, gained a lot of respect for doing door-to-door cold calling and managing a team of 30 commission-only sales reps. After pursuing a few other ventures in that realm, he gained a lot of knowledge about growing sales, building teams, and measuring this success. And that is what led him to co-founding FiveRings Marketing, where they help SaaS companies grow their revenue by booking meetings with decision makers in their industry. Shaheem, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool. So what's the model here? Are people essentially paying you for a team of SDRs?
Yeah. So essentially, we target companies that are smaller tech startups. They're just in in that point where they're deciding, should we hire on a full-time salesperson? Should we hire on an internal BDR? Or should I first figure out what my sales strategy is really going to look like? What's the right messaging, the right approach? And that's when they come to us and we do LinkedIn, email, cold calling, outreach on their behalf. So yeah, they can definitely outsource. We're essentially their outsourced SDR team.
So what does your average customer pay you per month for that team?
So the average customer would pay us $2,200 a month, but our packages go up to $4,000.
And what if someone if they come on for $2,200 a month? What are they getting?
So what they're getting is a dedicated account manager who is going to be creating their LinkedIn campaigns, their email campaigns, managing all of their replies that are coming in from the prospects, and to the point where the meeting with the decision maker is booked onto our client's calendar. They also get me. I work with account managers more so on the strategy side, on the best approaches to take, make sure that the campaigns are performing, getting them the results that they're looking for. And they get, everything else that's kind of unspoken, which is, your tech stack, your sales expertise, and all the experience that we have, that hiring someone brand new, you just wouldn't get.
So how many SDRs do you have on your team ready to deploy to any one of your customers?
Yeah, so currently we have 2 SDRs, 2 account managers. And the way that it works is it's not necessary, you don't get a full-time equivalent of an SDR. But really what we are targeting is, we need to get you 10 meetings a month or 20 meetings a month or 30 meetings a month. So we ramp up or down depending on, the results that our clients are looking for.
I see. And how many customers are you working with today?
Today we have 15 active customers.
Okay, that's great. So, can I take 1,500 times 2,200? You're doing about 30 grand a month, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, and how's growth looked? Where were you exactly a year ago? Do you remember?
Yeah, so we started a year ago, we were at 5,000 a month.
Okay, so this is what, like December 2019?
This would be like January 2020.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
And so what's driven most of the growth? How have you found new customers that are looking for an outsourced SDR team?
We do the same thing that we do for our clients. We do LinkedIn, email, cold calling, outreach. Literally the same way that we get clients, we help our clients get clients.
And do these people stick? Like when they sign up, do they stick with you for like a month and then move it in-house? Or what's the stickiness look like?
Yeah, so we've done a lot of learning on that end in regards to churn and which clients are the best fit for us and which ones aren't. A few things, for example, our clients, they need to have an average annual contract value of 30,000. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for them to use our services. And then they also need to kind of be a little bit more validated, as in they need to have their first few clients. When we're doing a brand new product and we're doing completely cold outreach and the product hasn't been proven in the market, not even a little bit yet, that's what makes it tough. So those are the cases where, a campaign may not perform and then they might try different things. Or if their product is just the type of product that you need to actually do marketing for rather than outbound sales. And that kind of comes back to that ticket value where if each client is not going to bring you as much, bring you 30,000 a year, they're going to bring you maybe, 2,000 a year, then it makes sense for them to go with marketing. So we've had clients that have used our services and then realized that, okay, this might not be the best approach for me. LinkedIn might not be the best. Let me switch over to marketing and things like that. And then other clients, they're with us for 6, 7 months, 8 months. And then they'll, bring it internally. And then other clients we're their sales and marketing team. And they've
so last year in 2020, total revenue, what % of your revenue came from people paying $2,200 a month versus your other services like PPC ads and things?
I would say like over 80%. Yeah.
80% was the 2,200 per month fee.
Correct. Yeah.
Interesting.
Correct.
Okay. And when did you get into all this? What year?
I'm sorry.
When did you get into all this? When did you launch?
We launched in September of 2019. I would say, kind of more officially.
And
Yeah.
what got you into it? Where are you coming from?
So I did 3 years of door to door. That's the experience that you kind of mentioned in my bio there.
What were you selling? Were you a Cutco guy?
It was HVAC.
Oh,
So
maybe maybe
HVAC.
tougher than I think HVAC's probably even tougher than knives.
Oh yeah, HVAC and water treatment systems. So did a ton of door to door, did a ton of appointments. I built sales teams. After that, I moved into the tech realm a little bit. Worked for as an SDR because it was a completely new
Which
industry.
firm?
It was a fintech company.
Which one?
Street Context.
Okay, got it. What were you selling there?
So we were selling their product, which was, back then it was an email secured. It's not email secured. Sorry, email solution for brokerages, like financial brokerages and wealth management firms. So the solution was for like traders. This is like 4 years ago, I think. Yeah, so it's hard for me to recall. I don't know where their products developed to today, but yeah, it was a fintech product. And then after that, I worked for another startup as an account executive. A startup called Rent and Run. Rent and Run, you might have heard about them. I'm not sure. But what they do is construction materials delivery within 2 hours. They have an app. Contractors don't need to waste time making runs to Home Depot. They can just order it from the app. They get it within 2 hours to their job site. So I was an account executive there, and then based, kind of all of that experience, I joined, co-founded FiveRings Marketing, the sales agency side with the CEO Nilafar. And yeah, here I am.
Very cool. Now, are you building this? You said 2 SDRs, 2 AEs, so you have 4 people, I guess, on the team. How many people total on the team, though?
8.
8. So what do the other 3 or 4 do?
Yeah, so we have a sales coordinator who provides, more supportive activities. So whether it's like data collection, whether it's like building out some marketing reports, collecting all the stats, building lead lists, things like that, that our account managers they just shouldn't be doing. Then we have myself, CEO Nilafar, and those are 3 plus the 4, and then we have one person, our digital marketing manager, who manages the PPC, SEO, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you done this bootstrapped or raised?
Oh, bootstrapped. 100%.
Love that. Very cool. Any plans to raise or no?
Not at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And so what do you want to do with the business? Do you think that this sort of outsourced SDR thing can be a big niche? You can grow it to a couple $1 million in revenue, or are you going to pivot somewhere? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think that we do have competitors that have done this and grown to $5 to $10 million.
Who are some of those?
I would say Predictable Revenue. They're a great company based out of Vancouver, Canada. They've been in the game since email marketing, and then they kind of they jumped onto LinkedIn marketing. They're doing pretty well. A couple others. There's a competitor called Growth Lever. They're doing good things. So we definitely see the potential by looking at our competitors, seeing what they've made out of it, and that's definitely the path that we want to go down.
So how do you get down that path faster? What's the next step?
Ramp up sales. So a big goal for 2021 is to push on sales. We have contracted salespeople that are working with us, and on like a commission only basis, and that's my expertise, building commission only sales teams. So they're helping us push. Before I wasn't doing the sales, it was Nilafar who was, but now I'm jumping on the sales side as well because I really systemized the client delivery.
Isn't it hard to get talented reps though if you're paying commission only? The real talented people are getting a big fix and a big commission.
That depends, because it's the people that are confident in their ability to sell that are going to accept a commission only position because they know that they're going to be able to sell and make their money. If not, they're going to be able to make more than if they were just getting a base plus commission.
So what commissions are you paying out?
So we give them the first month's revenue. So first month's payment, if it's 2,200, they get 2,200.
You're talking about how you get new customers. You're giving
customers, yes.
I see. Got it. Got it. I mean, that's not that much though for commission only. I mean, I know people that make a $100,000 base, and then with commissions, they can get up to call it 150, 200, sorry, 200, $250,000 total comp. And they're, I mean, I guess they make like 20, 30% of the first year ACV. So maybe it's kind of the same, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, working it out with the targets that we've been able to hit internally, if they're able to, get close to that, then they'll be making.
Interesting.
For
Very,
sure.
very cool. All right, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, favorite business book.
Favorite business book? There's a bunch, but I would say honestly, I think my favorite book would be Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. Hands down, that's what got me started into sales, and that's one of the books I would say I still refer to.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
CEO that I'm following or studying? I wouldn't say there's one in particular.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building a business?
Online tool for what, sorry?
Building your business.
Online tool for building my business. But what do you mean by that? I mean,
A tool that you use a lot.
LinkedIn.
Okay. Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
5, 6.
Okay. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Engaged.
Oh, congratulations. That's exciting. No kids yet?
No kids yet.
All right. And how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Last question. What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
How to manage money better.
Guys, there you have it. I did door-to-door sales, selling HVAC and water treatment sales back in 2016, 17, 18. Actually, before that. And then got into some tech sales and other stuff. And eventually in 2019, launched his own platform, FiveRings Marketing. Think of it like an outsourced SDR team. Did $200,000 in sales last year, call it in 2019. Sorry, $60,000 in sales in 2019. Now, today, up to about $30,000 a month in revenue as he scales across 15 customers that pay on average $2,200 per month for his SDR outsourced services. Looking to scale into one of these larger companies like predictable revenue or growth lever. We'll see what happens. Shaheem, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.